Hey everybody, and welcome to the VeryVera show. I'm so glad you decided to join me today. And I'm joined by Eric Schultz, who is my good buddy, General Manager of Bed Bath & Beyond. And you know, Eric, we all feel like we're really good friends with our buddies at Bed Bath & Beyond because, you know, I love to go to the mailbox and get my postcard from you.
I haven't met anybody that hasn't.
Oh my gosh, that is such a great thing. And I know if y'all are like me, you just love to have the opportunity to go in and save a little bit of money on some of the things that you use in the kitchen every day. But we've got some wonderful recipes that we're going to make today that'll be great for coming up for Thanksgiving. Have you got family coming in, or are you headed out of town?
Well, I'm just new to Augusta, so I'm going to have a nice dinner there.
Oh, great. Well, I know everybody that's in the kitchen during Thanksgiving is looking for things to keep people from messing with the turkey and jumping into the things you're trying to make for dinner. So these are some breakfast ideas that I really think you're going to like. We're doing a monkey bread, and you said monkey bread was kind of a new thing for you.
I'm going to be learning along with you.
It's a real southern treat, but we call it pluck it cake at my house because you literally pluck the pieces. But this one has got maple syrup and bacon, all your favorite things. We're going to bake that in a butt pan. Then we're going to do a sausage breakfast muffin that's kind of along the same sort of thing, just smaller. And then finally a sticky bun that's made with crescent rolls. So we're going to get started on this. And actually, before we came on the air today, this cookware that we're going to be talking more about throughout the entire program today is a cookware that you just love.
Oh, this is awesome cookware. Ceramic, non-stick, and when I say non-stick, I mean non-stick.
Well, he does mean it because we cooked bacon prior to coming on the air, and literally it cooked up so crisp.
Well, it cooks faster too because there's a piece of aluminum in there, and it's a very, very good heat conductor, so it's going to cook a lot faster.
Well, and it just looked great. So I'm going to get you to finish on the dough, and this is that frozen bread dough that you get at the grocery store in the frozen food section. You want to thaw that and then cut it lengthwise, and then cut the pieces about 3/4 of an inch, and then we're going to roll them into balls. So Eric is going to be working on that. I'm going to make the concoction over here that we're going to dip everything in. So this is light brown sugar, and this is the twist to this one, black pepper. And believe it or not, that is a really great component to this recipe. And then the bacon that you fried that just crisped up like it was in a cast iron skillet.
And it doesn't curl either.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah. Well, you'd be surprised, a lot of chefs are actually replacing ceramic. I mean, replacing their cast iron with ceramic.
With ceramic. All right, so I've got this mixed together, and this is going to, the nice part about this is, I know you've got small children at home, and you said that you love to get recipes that you can work in the kitchen with your young people. So this is one of the ones that you can get a young person in the kitchen with you, or you can make it a little bit ahead because it has to rise. So this is something you could do as soon as you get up. So butter and maple syrup. Could it get any better?
Can't get any better than that.
I've done that in the microwave, just butter and maple syrup. And now I'm going to dip in the butter, and then I'm going to roll it in the brown sugar and bacon mixture. And now we just start building in this pan. So very simple. Roll and build, and this is a little different from the one that I've ordinarily done. Anybody in the audience that's ever been to a VeryVera cooking camp knows what pluck it cake is, but this one I really like because each little bite is getting coated with this great concoction of brown sugar and black pepper and bacon. You know, another thing I really loved about watching you do that bacon earlier was, like you said, it stayed flat and it got so crisp on the outside, and it didn't make a lot of smoke.
No, not at all. Well, ceramic is all natural too, so there's no chemicals in there. It's eco-friendly.
We didn't even spray the pan or anything when we put the bacon in. Well,
oil.
As we got going with that process and we realized how much bacon we had to cook, I used a traditional skillet and it was a mess. So this one is really, really great. All right, well, we are going to keep dipping and rolling in this, and I've got a couple of things. When we come back from the break, we're going to get started on the sausage monkey muffin. But I also want to tell you that we are going to give away today an entire set of this cookware. So you want to come back with us because we're going to have more details in just a minute. Okay, Eric, we got a lot to do.
All righty.
Welcome back, and Eric, I'm having such a great time today. And
Oh, it's fun.
Thank you so much for being with us. And you know, the recipe for the monkey bread, you said this aroma was killing you.
Oh, I love bacon.
I promise you, we're going to let you eat some in a minute.
I could eat bacon like popcorn.
Well, he looks the part with his flannel shirt, and it's, you know, it's early in the morning, and we're getting ready for hopefully a great Thanksgiving holiday coming up. These recipes you can use throughout the entire month or any time when you've got company coming over in the morning. So while we were away during the break, I got the monkey bread finished, and it's going to rise for about 45 minutes. But I actually, in this kitchen, Eric, have a great feature on my Electrolux appliances. There's a warming drawer that also serves as a proofing box. So that's going to make the process go a little bit quicker, but you can also put your own oven just on a very low temperature, like around 200, to proof, or if it's in the summertime, of course, just at room temperature. But that's going to be proofing, and then we're going to bake it at 350 for about 30 minutes. Okay. And then you were busy during the break too with
I
sausage.
was cooking sausage, and you notice, look, no browning, not a lot of grease.
Well, isn't that one of the features of this cookware too?
Yeah, it is. Actually, it's very good for people that are conscientious of not a lot of fat. You don't need any oil. You don't need any butter. You could just throw it in there. I kid you not, you could put a crepe in there and slide right out. No butter or oil.
Well, we're going to have you come back and do that on another show.
I'd love to.
All right, well, we're going to mix all this together. This is more of a savory muffin. So this is a sausage and a Mexican cheese blend, a little bit of egg, and then I'm using refrigerator biscuits. So these are just the 10-pack, and I'm going to use my kitchen shears. And you're mixing all that together in the bowl. We've got the cheese and the egg. And then I'm going to cut these biscuits into 6 pieces. And this is why I love these kitchen shears, just to make something like this go a lot faster. And again, if you've got that young person helping you, you don't have to worry about them using a sharp knife.
No, my kids love to use those.
All right, so let's put this here and we'll work together.
All righty.
And what we're going to do here, and I'll demonstrate, Eric, is we're just going to roll this in this mixture, and we're going to do about 5 of these to a pan. So it's like a little petite monkey bread. And the neat thing about this, too, is that you can do these ahead. You could get them in the freezer, so you're completely done with that. And then bring them out that morning and just zap them in the microwave. Makes it even better. Tell me a little bit about this muffin pan that you brought me to use today.
Well,
I'm loving it.
This is made in the USA pans. It actually is a pretty neat story. A father and a son decided that they wanted to start a company, and they went door to door selling this. That's how far along it goes.
Wow. And I think we might just do 4 of these per pan.
Okay.
These are kind of big.
Yeah.
Good. All right, so they went door to door doing this.
That's how they started the business. That's how they started the business. These guys are really, really, really family oriented.
Well, it's a nice heavy pan, but the thing that I noticed when I was using it yesterday is that literally I flipped that thing over and those muffins just came barreling out. There was nothing, and there's plenty of stuff going on here that would make that stick to the pan, and it didn't.
No, it's really, really good with nonstick. It's very heavy too. It's good stuff.
Well, and back to this recipe with this great sausage. You know, I love to pick up my bulk sausage at the fresh market, and it's just, there's something neat about just looking in the case and seeing it and getting it as opposed to just picking it up in the display case at the grocery store. But on this recipe, I mean, you could just dress this up like crazy. I mean, if you're if you had an older group and you wanted to do like red peppers or green peppers or even put onion in it.
Spice it up a little bit, huh?
Spice it up.
Wow.
So this could be an appetizer as well as a breakfast item, because you could do this in the little mini pans and make the pieces smaller.
That's pretty neat.
So we are going to keep working on this, and I want to remind you that we are giving away the cookware. We are going to give 3 sets of this cookware away. So come back with us after the break. We're going to get started on a sticky bun. If you think this stuff is good, wait till you try the sticky bun.
I love sticky buns.
We're going to get started on that and more details about the giveaway. Isn't this fun?
Oh, yeah.
Ask Vera is brought to you by Georgia Bank and Trust and Southern Bank and Trust.
Linda Mann in Aiken writes, how do you like to use leftover Thanksgiving turkey? Well, Linda, I've got 3 ideas for you. Don't let any part of that turkey go to waste. Take that carcass and put it in a Dutch oven. Smother it with onions and celery that you've left the leaves on, a little bit of fresh parsley, and then cover it with the stock that was in the bottom of the roasting pan. You're going to let that cook long and slow. You'll have a great stock to use for soups or stews or anything like that, not to mention how good it makes the house smell. Then a turkey pot pie. I love to put fresh ground pepper in the bottom before I get started with the pieces of turkey that fell apart and your favorite vegetable. And then finally, my family loves that turkey sandwich that you make at the end of Thanksgiving. Put a little bit of cranberry jelly on the top, and you've got a perfect way to end a family celebration. Linda, I hope that answered your question, and I hope you'll send your question to Ask Vera at NBC26.tv. And I want to remind you that the Aiken Community Playhouse is putting on Fruit Cakes, a fun-filled play sure to put you in the holiday spirit. It's November the 28th through December 12th. For tickets and information, visit aikenplayhouse.us. Welcome back, and happy holidays, everybody. You know, we're coming to that time of the year, Eric, where I know your store is nutty crazy right now.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just people are coming in there with those coupons and getting their Christmas list done and doing things. So while we were away during the break, the muffins came out of the oven, and they are just... Here we go again. You said you love bacon. Do you love sausage too?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Those smell so good, I can't wait. And then the monkey bread that was in the proofing drawer has doubled in size, and now it's in a 375-degree oven for about 30 minutes, and it's just going to rise up and be fantastic. Now we're going to do one more bread. So we've used a yeast bread, we've used a biscuit, and now we're going to use crescent rolls.
Okay.
So this is kind of like a sticky bun. So I was busy at the oven, and you were busy on the stove crystallizing almonds.
I actually got the tester on the pan with melted sugar. I used about a 1/4 cup of sugar in there, melted it, and then coated the almonds. And then I took the almonds, spread them out on this cooked sheet, put them in the oven for about a minute just to get them to really hard, but it came out really well.
Oh, those just
I was pretty impressed.
Well, so you've never done it, so now you've
No,
learned
it's the
something today
first.
on the VeryVera show. All right, so I'm going to get started on the center for these sticky buns and also what's going to go in the bottom of each of the little muffin cups. So I've got light brown sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, and then some of these delicious almonds that Eric was nice enough to do. But I've also got fresh peaches, Eric, and I'm going to show these folks out there in TV land that I'm good for my word, because over the summer, when peaches were really in season, we did some peach recipes, but I also said I'm going to take a minute to show you how to freeze them when they're in season. We put them on a sheet pan, and I have pulled those peaches out of the freezer to use them in this sticky bun today. So those are going to turn out. It's just that flavor in November is going to be very reminiscent of the great days of summer.
Those
Right,
look
so I'm
pretty
going to
good for
add.
the freezer.
I know, don't they? Though
They really do.
the color stayed, and there's nothing like fresh peaches. So now you're going to put about a teaspoon of butter in the bottom of each of those muffin cups, and then I'm going to get this all mixed up. And you know, you certainly wouldn't serve all 3 of these, although I can assure you that I could eat a taste
I would eat all 3.
of all 3.
I would.
But you know, just pick one and maybe try one of these throughout the holidays, because they're all so different. They're going to be beautifully displayed in just a moment. But this is now mixed together, and you're going to do just a spoonful of this mixture on top of each of those little pats of butter. And I'm going to get started with the crescent rolls. So again, when you do this, you will never know that you will think that this is also a homemade dough. I just can't wait for you to taste all of these recipes. So this is very easy. Again, we're just going to open up the crescent roll, and see, that's just going to be all the sticky gooey that's going to be in the bottom. So I'm going to open that up, open up the other one, and then all we want to do here is just get everything blended together. I'm just going to pinch all the seams together with my fingers. You're doing a good job on that.
Oh,
and now leave me a little to go in my center.
Okay.
So we're rolling this up kind of like a jelly roll.
Oh, I see.
So, you know, crescent rolls come in handy for lots of recipes.
You can do so many things
so
with
now
that.
you're just going to give me a big heaping all the way down the center. Eric, you're such a good helper, y'all. I'm going to have him on every week.
I'd be happy to.
I know, and he is so familiar with so many of the products that he does, and he's going to actually spend a little bit more time with us in the last segment on this cookware that we're going to be giving away. All right, so this is the fun part. We're just going to roll this up jelly roll fashion, and then we're going to cut into pieces. And if it kind of comes apart there, that's no problem. Wow. But you've got a center, you've got another center, and I'm going to get 3 pieces. And this, let me show you one that's got a lot of gooey in it. This is going to go right on top, and then that's just going to bake up and be crazy great. So I'll let you place, and I'll cut. And when we come back from the break, we're going to lay it all out like it's Thanksgiving morning. And then we are going to talk more about this fabulous cookware that we've been using on the show today, and also how you can get on Facebook and learn more about winning a set of it. So come back with us in just a few minutes. Welcome back, and we're having a party, Eric.
Oh, yeah, we are.
I don't even know whether we're going to invite anybody or not, but we have had the best time. And while we were away during the break, we got those sticky buns finished. Those went in the oven, and the neat thing about having a convection oven is that you can put lots of things in there to bake at one time. And if you don't have an oven like that, just rotate the pans. But those literally flipped right out.
I know, I was so amazed.
I know, you were just like, yay! And then the monkey bread with the fresh market, delicious market bacon and the maple syrup and everything, it literally just, I mean, I was holding my breath when I lifted that out of the cake pan, and look at it, it's just fabulous. And then of course the sausage muffins just are going to be so great. So tell us a little bit more, just in summary, about this cookware we've used today.
At $159, it's a great value. It cooks just like cast iron.
It really does.
It really does. People that are conscientious about cholesterol, perfect for them. You don't need to use any fats, oils. And the best part about it is it doesn't stick, and look how good it cleans.
I know, because you know what? I'm usually the one washing the dishes, so cleaning up as you go, it's just beautiful. So I want you to take a round.
Okay.
Remember I said you were going to pluck this, and you literally just walk by and you think it's kind of like Lay's potato chips.
Yeah, it is.
You can't get quite enough. So I'm going to make it even better by pouring a little bit of warm maple syrup on top of that. And then on these sausage and cheese muffins, I've got either wild strawberry jam or peach preserves.
Wow, those look wonderful.
These are actually fig preserves, so I'm going to give you a little. Everybody says I'm crazy about peach preserves, so those are going to be there. So let me tell you a little bit about the contest while you dive into some of that. If you want to win this cookware, this is what you're going to do. You're going to like us on Facebook, then like, share, and tag our contest post with the TV station that you're watching right this minute. Are you watching WAGT? Are you watching WRBL, WSAV? Where are you watching? And let us know that, because we want to know where all of you guys are. But this cookware is fantastic. What a great thing to put under the tree, better yet, to put on top of your stove and get ready to start using it. But I want to remind you that our recipes are always available, because I know you're going to want to make these with your family.
I definitely do.
On our website at VeryVera.com. And we love feedback too, Eric. I know you said it's always a 100% satisfaction guarantee. If somebody gets home with this and they don't like it, that's the way we feel about our show and our recipes. We want the feedback. I want to also encourage you that as we go into these holidays, Eric has actually set the bar for all of the things that we're going to be talking about over the next few weeks for holiday. And as I always say, no matter what you do it in good taste. And we're all, you know, we're gonna have some winners here with this cookware, but I certainly feel like I'm a winner for having a guest like you on the show with me today.
Thank you very much.
So come back and join us again next weekend for another episode of the Very Vera Show. And I'm going to actually dive in on some of this myself. You're going to want to try these recipes. Come back and join us next weekend.